Hey guys, welcome back to Vince-Vell Custom. So today I'm sharing with you an Akuma Resin Kit that I just finished putting together for someone. Now, this was sculpted by Troy McDivitt, and it's produced by MadXCollector. So if, I know a lot of people, they always ask me whenever I do kits, where can I get one? So I guess if you go to this Facebook page, MadXCollector, you could contact them and get one. I guess you could get the outfit done in blue, because the kit comes with the outfit. So you go with the regular Akuma, or you can get one in purple and do the Shin Akuma. So he does come with two different heads. I'll show you the other head in a second. And he comes with an oval base that you see here, and he comes with this big base over here, and I'll kind of break all that down in a second. He was supposed to come with wooden beads. The client didn't get wooden beads, so the client asked me to make a set. So what I did is I got some wooden beads, I stained them up, and I threw the symbol on the front of it to do a little throwback to Alpha Akuma, where Akuma actually had that little black symbol on his beads, where I guess that version kind of did it. So I did have some fun with that. So the eyes are done in chrome silver, clear red over them. It's all Garage Kit colors, Garage Kit flash, transparencies, a lot of building up, showing all the vein work. Nice bright red hair, as you can see. He is painted all over. Even if you take the shirt off and the pants, we got all the detail. I didn't really skimp and say, well, since I'm putting the shirt on, I don't really have to paint up his back. It's all, the whole entire statue is all detailed. The rope on the hands are actually resin. They're not real. I guess what Troy must have done is took real rope and wrapped it around the hands and maybe dipped it in like a resin so it would harden, so when they cast it up it worked out. Or they might have just wrapped the rope around it and cast it up. I don't know. I know there's some tips, there's some ways you can kind of do that, but I'm not really sure. But we'll kind of show you the second head. This head's my favorite, but this head is pretty cool looking, really sculpted well. So you got two different types of looks to them, so as you can see. This one shows the teeth, a little bit more beady eyes type thing. Casting was done really well. Not a lot of issues on the casting at all. Probably the hardest part on the casting was just setting up the pins on the feet and making sure I could kind of break it all down. So I'm going to kind of go over that a little bit of what I did. So just show a little bit more of them. So like I said, all this rope here around his sandals is actually all resin. It's not actually real rope. I wanted his feet and toenails to be really dirty and messy because you figure Akuma's not really clean. And then the oval base. Like I said, he comes with two different bases, two different heads. So we'll go over here to this base. Now, this base right here is really big, as you can see. You can see my arm going across it here. It's supposed to stand up like this. There's two pegs that the statue came with pegs, but I'll kind of explain what I did with the pegs in a second. So, I guess this statue was taken from there was a kit done on DeviantArt a while back of Akuma, and it was on a base like this. So it was done a while back. It was like a 1/6 scale kit. So I guess they kind of took that idea and ran with it because I never really seen Akuma in this type of setting in the game. So it's kind of like, I guess it's a throwback to the country and the era of what's going on, but to me it doesn't really fit Akuma. And when I got the base, I told the client, I'm like, look, it's going to be a lot of work because, I had to set these up. Even though they came with these little metal pegs to hold it in, it would still, it could still fragile because he's so heavy. You would have to actually fill it up and metal rods. And then all these pieces are separate, so you would actually have to use a lot of A's to set this up and make a really piece. So it's kind of like, you know what, after we got talking, he's like, you know what, I don't even have the room for it either. So it was just like, we're going to scrap it. I'll just send it back to you. So I guess if you contacted MadXCollector, you can say, hey, I'm not interested in that base. I just want to keep the oval base, But it's your choice, if you want to do it. Because I would have to actually set it up where the feet peg into this oval base and also peg into that base. So it's a lot more work. So I'll kind of break down what I did on him. So when you get him, he comes in a couple pieces. So this arm is separated, this arm is separated. So you attach the arms and then you seam it up. So there's no seam lines at all. It's all painted up, as you can see. So if you wanted to actually take off the outfit, you could. What I wanted to do is I wanted to design him where if anything happened to the outfit down the line, you can actually take the outfit off and make another one or tweak it. So he came with pegs on the feet already to go into the base, but they really weren't secured pegs. So I chopped off the pegs, I filled in the base area, and what I did was, there's a metal rod going in this foot, and then there's a magnet here and a magnet in the base. So now when you put him in and out of the base, he's really secured. Now this leg right here is separated because the torso is all one piece to this leg, but it was separated here with a key. Now you could design it with a peg and then at the end glue it, but then that means you'll never be able to take the pants off. So what I did is I put a magnet in here and a magnet in here, so this leg comes apart, and what you can do in theory, if anything happened, you can actually break him down, pull off the pants, and put another pair on him. The way to get the shirt off is you untie the rope here, you flip the shirt down, and you pull it down to the arm. So it was kind of a cool design on how to get the shirt on. The fabric is a little bit stretchy too, so that actually helps without actually, you know, ruining it. So I wanted to think down the line that, you know, this statue, if anything happens to it, you can actually repair it. You know, whereas some of these premium formats you get, when the cloth gets ruined, there's no way of getting the cloth off. So I kind of wanted to make sure that whatever I did to it for this client, that he would be able to tweak it or anything, you know, even if he sold it down the line and someone else got it, you know, you can do what you want. So that's what I came up with on that. So I had a lot of fun working on them. There is a lot of detail. We could kind of open up the chest a little bit more. There's a lot of colors and everything in here. So, you know, it's all painted, you know, like I said, it's all detailed around here in the back. There's all detail going down here. Maybe the only part I really didn't detail too much would probably be like here and maybe here, but I made sure I got all the details up around here in case this went up higher, and you can bring that down more. So yeah, I just wanted to make sure everything was worked out good for the client, you know. Wanted to make sure everything was all detailed and stuff. So like I said, you know, it breaks down pretty cool. You can pop that off, put the head back on without it. You can see all the neck muscles. Did a really great sculpting job. Like I said, the casting was really well. I think probably only a couple parts on the casting was a little bit bad, but nothing major compared to a lot of kits. Maybe some areas there was some flashing in here, around the feet, behind, like let's see, like behind, I think it was this foot, or maybe it was behind this one. There's a little bit of a flashing and stuff I had to kind of Dremel out and fix up. But other than that, really great kit, really great sculpt, a lot of good details to it. I think if anything I would have changed though would probably be the sandals. I'm a little lost on rope going around. It should have been like flat sandals with the rope going over here, like he was done in like the Alpha series, I guess, and even in Street Fighter 4. But it's kind of a cool take. It's a little bit different, you know. So, like I say, it's great with the hobby. Everybody has their own take on statues, and you can always pull stuff from different mediums, different kits, different, you know, like manga to comics to the games. So you could kind of have fun with it all. So, but personally, if I was to actually buy this kit, I would ask it for without that base, because I really wouldn't be into that base. And that's a lot of resin right there. So you figure however much the kit is, you can knock down a big chunk of change, because you figure a 2-gallon kit of resin is $90. So that right there is probably like a half a gallon worth of resin, I would say. So you don't have to go through all that work of casting up those pieces, so you could probably get the piece down a nice chunk of change. So I'm just throwing that out to you guys who are new to the hobby. Anyone that's probably looking to grab the kit, you could probably, you know, and even if you like the kit and you say, hey, I only like this head, I don't want the other one. So it's always good to like talk to the people selling the kits, where, you know, say, hey, I only want this item, I only want that item, you know. And like, say if you wanted to sculpt the outfit on, or you have a seamstress to make your own outfit, you know, you can always just, you know, talk to people and just say, hey, I don't want this, I don't want that, I'm only interested in this, and go from there. So that helps a lot of people, because I get a lot of clients who say, hey, I'm interested in this item, can you paint it up, but I really don't want that item on it, or I'm like, well, just don't order it, or tell them you want to make it cheaper. And even I bought kits in the past where I said, hey, would it be cheaper if you don't send me a base or that extra arm, because I only want this, this, and that, and people usually work with me on it. So it's really cool. So just throwing it out there for people if you're interested, and you want to just think outside the box. I made sure I did all the fingernails and the details in the back. And that's pretty much Akuma kit. Hopefully you like the way he came out. Really cool kit. I do have another one in the works. It is a Shin Akuma. It's going to be a little bit different than what I did with this one. I was asked to do some extra stuff, which is great about kits. You can always take a kit to a different level. He won't be having the big base either. It's just going to be the simple oval base. He didn't want that big base either. So that is Akuma. So hopefully you guys like the way he came out. Hopefully you guys can go get your hands on one if you're looking for one. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back with more videos.